And welcome. If you're looking for proven strategies to close more deals and stay ahead of the competition, you're in the right place. Welcome to LeadFuzion Live Q&A podcast, where we break down what's working right now, from probate, evictions, credit liens, divorce leads, and more. We'll show you how to move faster, convert more opportunities, and grow your business every Thursday at noon Pacific Standard. Let's turn data into deals. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to LeadFuzion Live Q&A. I'm Rob from LeadFuzionList.com, and you can always find us on YouTube under @LeadFuzion, LeadFuzion, as well as on X and Facebook under LeadFuzion with a Z. Before we dive in, reminder, this isn't just a podcast, it's a community we're building. We're here to share strategies, learn together, and spotlight experts who are making moves in the industry. If you've been closing deals, finding creative ways to work niche lists, helping families navigate through tough situations, we'd love to feature you in a future episode. Sharing the story could help someone else win, and that's what community is all about. Today's topic is awesome. It's about to change the way you think about some niche leads as well. And today we're going to talk about credit lien leads, what I'm calling pre-foreclosure leads, and I'll explain what I mean by that in this call, in this Zoom. Most investors chasing pre-foreclosure lists, by the time they get them, everyone has them. But what if you could identify financial distress before anyone else knows, or any other investor knows? What if you could be there months earlier, sometimes 3 to 12 months ahead of the competition, while the homeowner still has options and before the flood of calls of other investors begins? That's what these credit liens are unlocked. These are gold, and today we're breaking down exactly why. I've been to hundreds of mastermind meetings over the years, and here's what always happens. You're sitting in the room in a small breakout group talking shop when someone shares a strategy that they've been using quietly, something clever, something powerful, and then suddenly the whole group goes, wow, and everybody's writing down furiously, right? That's gold. That's what we call pure gold. And it's that moment when you realize that you've been missing out on a massive opportunity right in front of you. Well, this is one of those gold moments. Don't get me wrong. Probates are pure gold as well, but I'd put these credit liens right next to them on the same list of high value, high impact, and high motivation opportunities. This is your aha moment. These leads are different, they're powerful, and if you want to be an investor who gets in early, you need to grab these ASAP. All right, as I mentioned, this is a live Q&A. So if you have questions, drop them in the chat, on the comment on YouTube. We're also doing Zoom Live. I have my customer service person here checking it out for me, and will interrupt us if we have a Q&A, and I'll be asking as well during the call. But we're on Zoom, these sessions, and the links to join are always in the description whenever we go live. So if you want to participate directly, please don't hesitate to come in and hop in. There are no bad questions in my world, so please ask away. Before we get started, a quick reminder, everything we share here is for informational purposes only. Nothing should be taken as legal, financial, or professional advice. Always consult your qualified experts for your specific situation, especially when it comes to legal stuff. Please, it just makes a ton of sense. So here's the opportunity that no one else sees. I dig into county data a lot and been to a lot of different counties and have people walk into counties for us. And we started looking at these leads and started putting the pieces together because they're not easy to harvest, they're not easy to get, but when you do, they're gold. The credit lien leads give you the ability to get in front of homeowners a minimum of 3 to 12 months before anyone else, before the foreclosure even thinks about happening, before panic sets in the household, and before really the competition, more importantly. most investors fight over the same pre-foreclosure lists. So by the time you get those lists, hundreds of others have them too. And it's no fun. I've been there, done it. I sell pre-foreclosure leads, right? The credit lien leads get you earlier data, get you less competition, bigger profits, and you're targeting homeowners way before anyone else knows that they're really in financial trouble. So what are credit lien leads? Think of credit lien leads as really the smoke before the fire, the earliest signal that financial distress has started, and a credit lien appears when a homeowner stops paying their credit cards. A credit card company then files a lien, sometimes against the property or the person. It really depends on the state and county and what their laws are. So that's what a credit lien is. So a quick pause here. Does anyone have any questions about how credit liens work? If so, drop them in the chat and we'll be happy to tackle them live. You don't have to come on and ask a question. You can ask a question and we'll be happy to answer it. Even if it's not a germane to credit liens, please feel free. If that makes sense, let's talk about why credit liens beat credit scores every single time. A lot of people, or some investors, use credit score lists to predict distress. But low credit scores doesn't always equal motivation. Credit liens do, because they're on a pathway towards financial trouble, really has started. And you're at the early phase of that pathway. Credit scores only show history, not immediate pressure. Credit liens are action triggers. People have already missed payments here. A lien filing means financial stress has progressed far enough to leave a paper trail. And these aren't cold signals. They're real and motivated situations. So when someone stops paying their credit cards, they've already started juggling bills. And we know what gets prioritized first. In a very typical manner, people in distress prioritize payments. In other words, what they're paying for in almost a very specific order. Of course, the first order is the essentials: food, housing, clothing. And I want to take a break here just to say that our whole goal at LeadFuzion List is to help people, right? Sure, we are in the business of making a profit just like everybody else, but I want the people that come to us to really help people in what they're going through. And I feel these leads will give you the opportunity to help a lot of people very early on before the situation gets dire. So again, in that specific order: essentials, food, housing, and clothing. Mortgage, that kind of gets lumped into the first one about keeping the house, right? So people are going to pay the mortgage next. Next is transportation. They're going to want to make their car payments, right? So we got food, housing, and clothing. Car, they need to get around. And then utilities to kind of keep the lights on. Those get paid kind of in that order, and those get paid before really anything else does. Fifth thing on this list is credit cards. They typically get paid last. Why? Well, again, as I mentioned, people want the food, housing, and clothing and transportation before their credit cards. So by the time the credit cards stop being paid, homeowners they're starting to get underwater. So this is the earliest possible warning you can get before bigger problems arise, meaning they stop paying their mortgage payment. And go into pre-foreclosure. That's why these leads are gold. They're giving you the opportunity to get in way before really a huge financial stress happens, and people then kind of close down for a lot in pre-foreclosure. Now you can get in and help these folks at the earliest possible advantage. So does anyone have any questions about the payment priorities and how we identify homeowners under financial pressure? Please drop the questions in the chat. We'd be happy to help out. Rita, is there any questions yet?
No, none yet.
Okay, no problem. Oops, sorry here. So let's move on to why this timing advantage makes credit lien leads kind of a game changer. This is what I call the pre-foreclosure advantage. We call these pre-foreclosures because you're getting in there before the rush while options are open, and trust is a little bit easier to build. People are a little bit more open. Yeah, I had to miss some payments on my credit cards, and yeah, I do need some help. We gotta figure out our situation here, and that's where you can really help people out. Pre-foreclosure lists are often crowded. They're competitive. Everybody gets them. Everybody sells them. You can download free ones, right? And so it gets really competitive and really hard to work those when you're competing against 10, 15, 20 other investors in your same market. The credit lien gives you a 3 to 12 month head start, plain and simple. You can offer homeowners are in a less stressed situation, although you can see pathway-wise they're going to be stressed, a lot more stressed later down, and are more open to being creative in those situations. Your position is a helper, not a chaser in this whole situation, which I think is really important to stress. We do that. We stress that same with probate leads. We say bring a toolbox, bring the people that can help you, help the situation, help the families in need. Bring that toolbox. You want to do the same thing with credit liens. Bring your toolbox, credit repair people, anyone else that can help in that whole situation. So these aren't your typical pre-foreclosure conversations you're having, or you're helping, not selling. And really, timing is everything here. So the sooner you reach out, the better your conversion rates, of course. These homeowners aren't in full crisis mode yet, and you can lead with solutions. You can offer multiple paths as well. You can help in refinancing, debt consolidation, listing, of course, and of course cash offers, or some other financial creative financing methods, right? So segment your leads if you get these credit liens. Start with properties with the highest equity. It's easier to help those folks. All right. Are there any questions on the outreach strategies or how to structure the conversations? Happy to talk further on this. Drop a comment, whether in YouTube or Facebook or wherever. Please drop a comment, and happy to go over those with you. All right. So if you're ready to work these leads, how does LeadFuzion come in here? What do we do that is going to give you a pretty significant advantage? With LeadFuzion, by the time other investors realize there's a problem, you've already had the conversation literally months in advance with the people that you're dealing with. And you've started to help those families through those financial times. And as things maybe get worse or hopefully get better, you can truly help them out over the period. So what do? We find, we clean, we process, we organize the credit lien records for you, and we give them to you daily. So all our leads are daily drops, whether it's probates or deceased records, we come first up, whether they're evictions or divorce or credit liens. We can give you those daily, so as things are happening, you can get right on it and help people out. So the daily updates are going to keep you ahead of anyone else, really, in this whole situation. And we attach skip trace information as well. Phone, email, mailing address, ownership information of the properties, etc. So there's no digging. There's no, hey, I need to upload this list and skip trace it or whatever. It's all ready to go. The ready to work leads are delivered to you. So who are these leads for? Well, these aren't just for investors. Credit lien leads open the door for multiple people in real estate. You can get ahead of course, for wholesalers and flippers, you're going to get ahead of the pre-foreclosures and secure deals much earlier than ever before. Real estate agents, you can build relationships before the competitors even know there's a problem. So you can get in, start targeting your marketing towards them and heavily, right? Or even give them a call to say, hey, I'm your local real estate agent, happy to help if there's any situation or anything I can help with. I bring a team with me, right? Like anything. Buy and hold investors, you can acquire rentals from motivated sellers with a lot less competition. And another segment, debt solution specialist. Here's where you can offer credit repair, refinancing, or some consolidation programs. So these leads are pretty wide and pretty vast on who they really support. And I'm sure there's many, many more that need help, that can use these leads. So what's the competitive advantage and really the key takeaway here? The first investor to have that conversation usually wins. Credit lien leads make sure that that investor is you. You get to beat the other investors, the other homeowners, to the homeowners by months, not days, not because you just got the pre-foreclosure list and you're trying to call faster than anyone else. You're literally going to be months ahead of everyone else. There's less competition. And in a market where there is a lot of competition, having less competition or really no competition is equal to higher margins, better spreads, right? You're in there, you're building the trust early, and you're going to get more signed contracts because of it, right? You have more stronger relationships because of it. So are there any questions? Britta, any other ones that we had before we wrap up this section?
No, none yet.
All right. Sometime, someone's going to ask a question. I know it. All right. Let me just know. Oh, yeah. Like I said, put in the chat if you've worked with credit lien data before. I'd be interested in hearing you, having you on the podcast here, the Q&A, just to talk about what you do, how you do it, etc. But if you want to walk through how to evaluate these opportunities live and show exactly how to target the highest value liens in your area, ask the questions. Happy to help out as well. And in the description, there is a Zoom link for signing up for these Zoom live calls. Feel free to do it. Hit us up on YouTube as well. Hit the subscribe button with a little bell on it and click all, right? And every time we go live, we'll pop up for you, which is really cool. So you don't have to be on the Zoom, and you can ask comments there as well, which is really cool. All right, so if you've made it this far, you're serious about growing your business and closing more deals. So as a thank you for listening to me, I have something special for you, 100 free credit lien leads. Yes. To kickstart your next campaign, you get 100 free credit lien leads. Just fill out the form in the description or contact us at LeadFuzionLists.com. It's LeadFuzionLists.com. And we'll send the leads over. You can get to us from LeadFuzion.com as well, if it's shorter for you. And before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. What strategies are working for you right now? What niche leads are working for you right now? What challenges are you running into? I like challenges because it's an opportunity for us to provide even a better lead for you. So what are some things that you're doing that we can help you out automate as well? That's what we're here to do. Who should we feature on the next podcast to bring even more value? If you know someone, tag them in Facebook. Say, hey, you should really go on here. Go visit with Rob. He's a nice guy. I promise. I won't bite anybody's head off. So, all right, drop your thoughts in the comments. Join us on the live Zoom. Subscribe to YouTube so you never miss a session. We go live every Thursday at noon Pacific time, sharing real strategies, real scripts, real tools that help you turn data into leads. So I'll ask one more time, Rita, any questions?
No.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. I like short and sweet. Thanks for being a part of the LeadFuzion community, and we will see you next week, next session. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye-bye.